everybody, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have a cute card that I'm going to show you. This is actually a card that I made for my dad for his birthday. He was an auto mechanic, had a car lot, wrecker services. He always willed and dealt with cars and mechanic, so that's why I chose this theme for his card. So I will go over the materials really quick. What we're going to need, our paper that we're going to use today is the silver foil sheets, and that's where this piece right here we're going to put there. And then we're going to need, I'm just going to go ahead and grab a square piece out so we can cut the end of for the screwdriver and wrench and the hammer. And then our third layer of paper, we're going to use the DSP, the Urban Underground. So it's this one, but it's just the back side of that. So let me grab that really quick and I'll show you. So this is one side of it, and that's the other side. And then we're going to use the Delightful Dijon. And then I have a couple of pieces of scrap paper, basic black and Delightful Dijon, that we're going to use for the tools as well. And then our card base is our basic black. So we can move all of this out of the way for right now. Then you're going to need the Hexagon Dynamic Impressions folder, embossing folder. And then we're using the Build It framelits. That comes with the stamp set Nailed It. And then I used the Happy Birthday sentiment from Designer Tea. And then we're going to use some of the silver metallic thread. And then also from the Urban Underground embellishments, we're going to use these little dies. And this is also not just besides my dad's birthday card, it's also going to be one of the cards that you're going to get, the card packets for February. So if you order $25, you'd get one packet, and if you spend $35, it's two, and if you spend $50, then I send you the card stock for all three. I don't send the embellishments or like the silver thread or anything like that. It's just the card stock. And then we're going to use the label punch, and then the basic black ink. We actually, the only stamping that we do is the sentiment on this card. So let me get this out of the way, and then I'll bring in the big shot so we can start putting the card together. So let me grab my pieces here. And we'll put the big shot in here so you guys can see. And that one will do last. What I did when I was popping these out, I just found it easier to, I'll show you here in just a second what I did. I need the hammer, the screwdriver, and the wrench. Let me move this out of the way, because I cut the black, like for the handles, so I just cut out two of everything when I was cutting except for the wrench. So what I mean by that is you can just lay, we're going to do, we'll do it like that. I'm just going to put the wrench right there, and then we can do the screwdriver. Whoops. And then we can do the hammer. So that's how I did that. Okay. And then those will pop out really easily for you. And there's our screwdriver. And here is our hammer. Now I'm just going to lay this to the side. I'm going to grab Shop platform, and you only need to use, with the impressions folder, you only need to use one of the plastic plates. So I put mine in where the Sizzix is. I just put mine in face down, whatever side I want to be up on my card. So I just put it in like that, lay it down there, and you only need one of the, because it's such a thick embossing folder, you only need one of the plastic plates. And there you go. That's how that turns out. Okay, let me get some of this cleared out of our way now. We're done with the Big Shot. Okay, and this one's going to be for our sentiments. So I had too much of the black out, so I'll just lay that back over there. Let's go ahead. This card goes together really quick because, like I said, there's not really any stamping. Okay, grab some snail. Grab my bone folder. I rearranged a little bit in my craft room today, so I'm kind of forgetting where I put stuff. Okay, so let's grab our snail. And I'm out of snail, so I'll grab some Fast Fuse. Okay, and then do our crushed curry. Actually, it's Delightful Dijon. I knew when I said that I didn't think it was right. Okay, and then we'll line this one up like so. And since this one has been embossed, it really is a good idea to use the Fast Fuse. Okay, and then I just left a little bit of on this side over here, just the tiniest bit showing. So you can just put that down like that. Okay, then I'm trying to pick these up. What I did, like with my hammer, I just took and kind of right there where you can kind of like see, I just kind of went with that and rounded it and cut that off. And with the screwdriver, I just took it and cut it even right there. Just cut that off. And then just take the Tombow, your Tombow glue, and just put a little bit on there, and that will hold that on there really good for you. Whoops. So just get it on there really well. You can wipe off the excess and then just lay it to dry. And then the same thing with our hammer. You could use the fine tip glue pen too, if you prefer. And just hold that there a few minutes and then just leave it go, and it will dry really well for you. While we're waiting for that to happen, I'm going to move that out of the way and bring in the piercing mat. And we'll take our other scrap piece of Delightful Dijon, and we will just punch out the piece for our sentiment. And we'll ink that up in our basic black. And then just pop it down there. It's as easy as that. Okay, put that right there. Now, for the embellishments, I just chose to use 3, and I wanted the ones that kind of resembled the screwdrivers. And these already have the adhesive on the back. So you can just pick them up and place them down. And I just put 3. You can put however many you want. But I just put 3 going right along the top. Try not to touch the back where the sticky is, because I don't want it to come off on my finger and not be as sticky. These are very heavy pieces too. I mean, they're quite sturdy. And then we'll put that one right, well, kind of got it crooked. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to remove that one once I have it down. Not too bad. Maybe we'll just try our fingers. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So we'll just move this out of the way then. So we have that there. Then this is where your bits and pieces of your dimensionals are going to come in handy, because I used quite a few of these last night. So we'll just take pieces along the side is what I did, and then just place them along the back like that. Make sure that none of them are showing. And then I just kind of put this one kind of like that. I think what we'll go ahead and do though, I'll just put that one on there, and then we'll move ahead with this part. What I did with the sentiment too is you want to go ahead and put a couple of your dimensionals on there, because that is going to help with the wire when you go to put it on there. It's going to give you something to stick that to. So go ahead and do that, and then pull your sticky backs off. And I am not good at doing this and making it look as pretty as other demonstrators do. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I've practiced and I suck at this. So I just took a piece and I hold it there between my index finger and my thumb, and then I spread out my fingers and just wrap it several times. And it does take quite a few wraps in order to get this, and don't let go of that piece there. And but it does take quite a bit to get you a nice look, so you can't be stingy with this. And then we're just going to snip that there, and then bring it back, and then I just pinch it in the middle to get it off my fingers, like so, and then keep it pinched in the middle, and then you can bring your end pieces back in like that to grab a hold. Okay, now what I did, just get it, you kind of like making like a bow tie, I guess is what you can think about it. And then you can just, I'm going to go ahead and put just a tiny one. I keep picking these up and they're sticking to my fingers on the wrong side. I'm going to put one right in the middle, peel that off, and then I'm just going to adhere that right like that. Now you can flip it over and see how that random piece is. I'm just going to stick it right there. You can cut it off if you want to, and I actually think I'm going to, because I kind of like the way that looks. Hold on a minute and I'll show you. Because I kind of like the way that looks just on the ends, and then you can kind of spread it out a little bit like that. You just mess with it until you get it looking the way that you want it to. If you want it all over on the tops and the sides, you can pull it around like that. and then use the stickiness on the back. But I think that other than this piece right here, I don't like it because you can see the end of it. I'm just going to bend it down and stick it right there like that. But I think I'm just going to leave mine like that because I like, hope you guys can see that, I like the way that that looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick it right about there like that. And then we'll go ahead and take our hammer, and I'm going to grab this other dimensional scrap piece, and we'll just start popping these on the back. And this was a card that I kind of wanted the pieces to pop on it, so I kind of used quite a bit of dimensionals, the side pieces like I'm doing here. So that's probably good for that one. Okay, and then we kind of just put that one at the bottom like there is good. Okay, and then let's bring in the hammer, and we'll do the same thing. Just put one up towards the top, in the middle, and then if you wanted to do one here, we could cut like right here, like so. Peel that one off and just stick that right along the center. Just make sure you're not, you know, getting it off to the side where it's going to be seen. Okay. And then we'll just put that one there. I'm going to try to move my wrench up. I shouldn't have put it on before I put my other pieces, and it peeled up really nicely, so that's great for me. I'm just going to move that up a bit like that. Okay, so there is that card. So like I said earlier, if you order $25 in my online store, you'll receive one card packet. $35 you'll receive two, and if you spend $50 you'll receive all three. And so I won't send you any of the embellishments, it will just be the cardstock to make the card. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and make sure that you visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.blogspot.com. And if you haven't heard, it's celebration time right now at Stampin' Up. So it's a great time to buy any products that you might need, and then you receive, for every $50 you spend, you receive a free item out of the celebration catalog. And if you're thinking about signing up to become a demonstrator to save, you can save as much as 25% on your purchases, and you get to see the catalogs before anybody else. You can go to convention if you want to On Stage Live, join my team. We have team meetings, and I'm here to help and support, and whatever I can do to help you. You can do this if you want to be a hobbyist or if you want it to be a business. So things to think about, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by.